Curating and amazing. That's the only way to describe my kid sister. At 5, she would nick my toy cars, strip them down and put them back together again. If I caught her before she got them back in one piece, she would look at me, smile and say, "It'll be okay, Am, the pistons were seizing up." "What the hell are pistons?" I would demand. "Dunno," she would reply and smile sweetly at me. I was still annoyed by her, as my toys meant everything to me as they would any 9-year-old. We lived in a nondescript terraced house, rows and rows of them all alike surrounding the huge weaving mill where my dad worked. He clawed his way up to be a foreman, so we were quite well off in the 50s. The war years were behind everyone and the country finally looked like it was getting back on its feet. Mum wanted us to move up in the world and live in one of the new semis they were building on the outskirts of Leeds. Dad always shrugged off this request and reminded Mum firmly, "I were born in this house, Lib, and I'll stay till I go out feet first." Mum tried to reason. I say reason because I've never heard them argue, and I'm in my 70s now, and at this point I ought to add Sam's a bit older than me. And yes, although both in their 90s, they still live at number 1. He becomes friends with one of the daughters, Sadie. I'm not sure now how I became friends with Sadie Lister. I hated her at junior school, and I remember hitting her when she told me her sister Joan had kissed our Ike, as if he would have anything to do with that family. Dad hated them all. Layabouts and bad uns, he said more than once. I didn't pass my 11 plus as Mum, Dad and I hoped I would. Neither had Ike or Sam, and we all went to the same secondary school. I was proud of that. It was great talking about the same teachers who had been there when Ike was at school and was still there when I went. When I met up with Sadie at secondary school, we had a few problems as she tried to bully me. She soon realised I would stand up to her and gradually gave up, and I began hanging round her group of friends. Sensing I was not going away, they included me in their conversations, which was usually about boys, makeup, hair and dances. They could all jibe and talked about the weekly dance they went to, or Bop, as it was called. Living in the next street, Sadie and I took to walking home together. On one such walk, I asked what her family did. She only spoke of her brother Tom and about his work in a garage. My ears pricked up. We met by accident during one school holiday at the corner shop. Sadie said she was taking Tommy's dinner down to the garage where he worked. "Can I come?" I pleaded. Sadie nodded and we set off together, staring wide-eyed at the vast array of tools strewn around and secretly marvelling at all the bits and pieces of car engine carefully placed on benches and the floor of the small garage. How I longed to go in, handle the tools, ask questions. But instead, I just hung back shyly inside the doorway. "Who's this then, our lass?" Tom asked in his deep husky voice. I smiled shyly as Sadie made the introductions, adding that I was really good with stuff. I blushed as she went on to tell Tom about my try on fixing the head's car and another teacher's bike. "Really?" Tom looked amused. Sadie knew he wasn't listening. "She really is good with stuff, our Tom. Come on, Ede, let's get out of here." She grabbed my arm and pulled me into the street. Glancing back over my shoulder, I saw Tom staring after the pair of us. Our eyes met and he smiled. I felt it was really genuine. I shrugged and smiled back. "Bah, your Tom's a looker," I told Sadie. "If you like them rough," she scoffed. "I will tell him tonight how good you are at fixing things, 'cause I swear he didn't bloody believe me." "Language, Sadie," I said automatically, as swearing was frowned on in our house. "What?" Sadie laughed and said, "Bloody's in the Bible, bloody's in the book, and if you don't bloody believe me, have a bloody look."